Welcome to Season 3 of You Are Your Name. In this season, we're asking a vocabulary name consultant various questions on balanced names. Today's guest is Doria Delane. She is a name consultant at the Society of Vocabularians. Thank you for joining us, Doria.
Lovely to be a part. Thank you.
Before we start, Doria, could you just give us a summary of what a name consultant does?
Yes, we're here to support you. You can give us a phone call once you've had your name report or email us, and we will answer your questions. No doubt your name report has created and stirred an interest to realize there's more to understand about your life. So we offer a service, a 15-minute free service with your name report to clarify any questions you have and to assist you with why it is important for you to consider a balanced name recommendation and what's involved with that service. That is a part of our responsibility, and we're happy to be able to support you. So take the opportunity to understand what the next steps are so that you can change your life.
So today's question for you, Doria, is what about middle names? Should I retain my middle name or change my middle name once I balanced my first and last names?
When one is considering a name change, and we receive the information from your name report on your names, if an individual has a middle name, we evaluate what effect that name has as a part of your overall legal name combination. If your middle name does not create the balance and harmony in relation to a first name and a surname, then we will recommend that that middle name not be used. The middle name doesn't have a real personal influence on your thinking if you do not use it to any degree, but it has a background energy that does influence the overall conditions in your life. When we make a name change recommendation, we evaluate the impact that your first name has on your personality, the influence of your surname, and how dominant that is, because it creates the influence relative to your family, relative to your overall combination of qualities in your background influences. The middle name, unless it's used as was mentioned, doesn't affect your personality, but it does have an effect if you sign with the middle name and it is a part of your legal overall name combination. We only recommend a new middle name if an individual wishes to have a different business signature where they combine a first name with a surname and a middle name or a middle initial. That's when we recommend a specific name so that it creates a natural balance and harmony between the first, middle, and surname. Otherwise, it's not necessary to have a middle name.
In the bigger picture, the middle name isn't necessary. But if they want a middle name, they have to make sure it's balanced.
That's correct. If you would like a middle name, or if it's required to be part of a business signature, then that middle name should have a natural mathematical balance between the first name and the surname.
So if they wanted to sign J.P. Morgan, that would have to be balanced as an initial, even as well as the name itself.
That's
so you have
correct.
two factors there to consider.
That second initial has to relate to a name that it creates the natural harmony between both names. In your balanced name recommendation report, it will be suggested how to sign your name and whether a middle name would be required, and that would be confirmed in your recommendation report.
So there are cultures that the middle name is more traditional. Maybe they use their father's surname or their mother's surname. Like in Russia, they use a patronym. So all of those are going to have a mathematical influence on the overall effect of their life. So in that case, you would suggest that they would change those to a different balanced name that would create an overall effect that would be better.
Yes, if that middle name is not supporting their goals and their ideals and creating the natural balance, then you wouldn't want to retain that name. And so you're recognizing the importance of changing your name at this point. So you would want to be sure that all your names were in harmony and that your business signature had the correct initials in it. Many people like to shorten their name. And so it's really important that we make the right recommendation between the initials and the surname. So, as you say, it depends on your need. We want to clarify the importance of having the correct name and the correct signature and the correct legal name that you're adopting.
So let's say somebody was first name was Mary, their middle name was Ellen. If they use the phrase Mary Ellen as their name, almost like a nickname, the two combined, that would have a very large impact on their life because it's acting like a nickname. But if
Yes,
they're just using Mary and they never use Ellen, it's just a background influence, but it's still going to have a minor influence, especially if they sign Mary Ellen, whatever.
that is correct. Whatever names you use, whatever names you sign, whatever names you think about, they will have a mental influence on your personality and the conditions in your life. So when you're at a point of making that name change, you want to be sure that the decisions you're making are going to create the best results for you. And so that's where we clarify what your names should be, can be, and how they should be signed to create the best overall mathematical balance in your life.
Great. That's very clear. I just wondered if people do their name report, they add their middle name in as a combination
Like a
of
double name?
their first name and their middle name, it would show
Right.
them in the report the overall influence of
That's
use of
right.
that middle name.
Yes, it will show you whether that name is still balanced or whether it's creating a discord or disharmony for you. We take for granted it's just common to use a certain name, not knowing that it creates a vibrational influence. And so if you're wanting to make a progressive change, naturally, you would want to be very selective in what choices you make and how you combine your names. And many times by just combining the middle name and first name, it will spoil the natural balance. So that's why it's very important to have that evaluated to make sure that you are making the correct selection for yourself.
I know when I changed my name, it said, "What is your middle name?" And I left it blank purposefully so that now I don't have a middle name and it's just simpler.
It's not necessary to have a middle name. Some people prefer it. But we have to make sure that each one has a natural balance. So no matter how you use your names, one name is not offsetting the full benefit of the balanced first name.
Great. That's clear. Next week, we're going to have a question relative to cultural names. Can I get balanced names that are relative to my cultural name? So tune in next week. Thank you again, Doria, for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you.
If you have not already done so, get your own free name report from our website at www.cabularians.com. That's KABALARIANS.com. Once you have a name report, you can speak with a Cabularian name consultant directly and get answers to your specific questions on your names and how they're impacting your life. The contact information is in the report. Until next time, happy thoughts. Whenever you're ready, here are 3 ways we can help you. Number 1, the Balanced Name Recommendation Service. Join the thousands of others who have harmonized their names with their inner potential to improve their health, happiness, and success. Number 2, learn the principles of mental freedom. Participate in our online training program to gain the essential tools to create all the progressive changes you seek in your life. These proven truths will open up new perspectives and accelerate your attainment of health, happiness, and success. Number 3, let Kalex Solutions help you choose a balanced name for your business, because many business names are an impediment to one's overall business success.